Hi again. Sorry we had to break it for interruption, but that was mid rant. They don't explain why he left, other than he was basically upset that the new Jedi Order was killed and betrayed by one of his own.
Thanks.
Really?
Your room acts like a fridge. My beer stays too warm in my room. Thanks.
And you didn't get me beer?
All right. But
Just keep going.
that really was for both. Really, This is the Luke Skywalker that beat Darth Vader, triumphed over all that, achieved, and started new, and he leaves, and he's nowhere to be found. He leaves a minuscule trail to find him. There are hints throughout this movie. My father doesn't believe it to be, but Rey is his daughter, possibly.
I think so.
Yeah, so he abandons his child, abandons everything. Luke Skywalker abandons everything for what we know at this point in time, to essentially mope. And
Let's be fair. Alright, as much as you're ragging on him, remember the character.
I do.
Luke Skywalker was so unbelievably emo. Just moping, whining. I was going for power converters. Okay, sack up. Seriously, woman up. Let's come on. And the original trilogy has been criticized on this countless times, where Luke Skywalker was a wuss, a brat, a crybaby. He cried about everything. He didn't want to do this, and he couldn't do that, and the whole series could have been wrapped up had he just, gone for it a little bit sooner. Okay, so now you're telling me he loses his father, technically his fault, loses his father, becomes his great hero, but in the back of his mind, he lost Ben, Yoda, and his dad. So, I mean, okay, that's got a little bit of weight to it. So he tries to do good without a teacher of his own, really, to further his study of the Force, because
he still has connection with Ben and Yoda through the Force. You see that at the very end of the other trilogy.
No, true. You see Jedi ghosts. That's great. Except, how much can he really interact with them? His training prior to that, before they both died, the fact of the matter wasn't very much. He didn't have a lot of Jedi training. He had enough to get by. He had enough to do what he needed to do. So now he has to pull all these Jedi abilities, teachings, essentially out of his ass, and teach new young Padawans. And what does his nephew do? Oh, he mimics his father, well, grandfather, and just goes ahead and bye-bye babies, and cleans house. Yeah, that's reason to be fairly ticked off. And the fact that this was kind of his, I'm gonna do right by the universe and make sure the light side is rebuilt really strong again. This is my way to make right. And it kind of gets stomped on by his angsty crybaby nephew. I love this movie.
We'll get into that.
But sweet baby Jeebus, what was with Kylo Ren? He is awful.
Oh, he had the potential to be great. There were moments in there that he had potential to be great, and then they fucked it up.
I'm sorry. Because of his angsty, whiny BS, it gave me my favorite movie moment that straight up won the movie for me. The Troopers. There's a scene. Now, we already warned you spoilers. But, okay. Anytime Kylo Ren does not get what he wants, he throws a tantrum.
With a lightsaber.
And I don't mean like, oh, no, I mean straight up lose your shit, animal from the Muppet style, wanton destruction with a lightsaber. His god awful cross-bladed, cross-guard lightsaber, and just goes ham with it. Just destroys anything and everything in his way. Which, I'm not knocking the lightsabers, actually is kind of cool. And
It looked freaking angry.
it looked angry. And it showed that it was effective.
Yeah.
But that aside, so there comes a scene where something goes wrong and he has his angsty little freak out again. And you hear him freaking out in the room. You see the start of his tantrum. And you just see sparks and shit blowing up. And two stormtroopers turn the corner and see the sparks flying and the debris coming out.
And here is rage.
And just go, whoop, and walk right back where they came. In my mind, the stormtroopers walked the corner, went, all aboard the fuck that train, whoop, whoop, whoop,
It wasn't
gone. It was hilarious.
It wasn't just that they
Nope.
They just stopped, and they didn't just turn around. They stopped without even looking at each other. In unison, took 2 steps back, then turned in one as a unit and walked away. Just no connection. Just like, yeah, we both know exactly what we're doing right now.
They noped the hell out of that scene. Just not gonna do this. And that's what I really gotta assume. What would it be like to be in the same grouping as Kylo Ren? Just here goes the crybaby again. I will say one of the final scenes with him, with Han, I knew where it was going. As soon as I saw the bridge, I'm like, there is no way.
Wait. In a Star Wars movie, over a giant pit, a father and son, one light, one dark, are facing off, perhaps not in a battle sense, but are facing off in some sort of altercation. How do you think that was going to end?
I saw it, I'm like, nope, there's no way this is going to end right. Somebody's going down. I consider the fact there's a lot of marketing on Kylo Ren, and there's not a lot of money to be had. Well, that's not true. It cost a lot to get Harrison for it.
As long as he's not flying his plane.
Oh man.
Well, here I want to touch base on Kylo Ren because there's actually a lot of good things, as many as there are bad. You might have missed a few, but here's the thing: we were talking about Luke Skywalker before. All right, let's say he did need that moment to just go be by himself.
No, he actually wasn't doing that. They said in the movie what he was going to do.
What was he going to do?
He wanted to find the teachings from the first Jedi temple. That's what he went off to do. And that is a good plot thread. Good. Go with that. He is beside himself in grief. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's outclassed, outthought, and now there's some other force rising in the east. Sorry for the bad pun. But, okay, I'm going to go to the source of my teachers and try and piece something together. Cool. Go for it.
All right.
But ditch everyone to do it?
Ditch everyone to do it with the remnants of the Empire. They have stormtroopers. I already went through the list. And it wasn't like he was gone a short time. They didn't give any specific time periods, but it's obvious that he's been gone a while.
At least 20 years.
Yeah. Check in every now and then with your sister.
Actually, hold on. Maybe not. How old do you think Kylo Ren is?
Probably mid-20s.
Okay. Kylo Ren, in the cutscenes where you saw him slaughtering the Padawans, he was at least in his late teens. And Luke was there for that. So maybe you're talking about 10 years, maybe more, maybe less, but that is your window. That is, I didn't
That's-
think about it until just now, but that's your window.
But that's still an extreme amount of time to not check in with this type of issue with your sister, with your friend,
Not true.
who, by the way, is the father of the person who. There are certain issues you just don't leave hanging. And this comes later in the movie. Spoiler again. We're going to spoil. Their Death Star weapon, I don't care what they called it, it's a fucking Death Star weapon, destroyed 5 planets. Now, one of them was Coruscant.
Really?
Yeah, it was a city planet.
That's a
And
shame.
and they destroyed it. And they show in slow motion the people who can feel the Force hearing the voices cry out. They're actually giving you an audible sound that Ben described in the first Star Wars, like 1,000 voices and we're suddenly silenced. Which we now know that Finn has Force abilities because we heard him hear it too.
I'm sorry. That is a winning character right there.
He's a good character, but I'm trying to make
Let it go again.
Now, when they were on their way to Alderaan, they were at light speed. They were still a distance away.
Alderaan has been blown up.
Yeah, I know. In the first movie,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and Obi-Wan felt that from a mile away, and when they got there, oh yeah, it's gone. 5 planets blew up. Now, granted, they were in a close enough system where they were able to see that visually in the sky. I'm not sure how the logistics of that worked out, but they saw that. Luke, being who he is, as powerful he is, don't care how far away he is. 5 full planets. Boom. How does he not hear that?
Well, we don't know what he did and didn't hear. Fact of the matter is, the movie ends with her walking up and finding the Joker. Sorry, he pulled back that mask. I'm like, it's the Joker. Oh wait, no. He pulled back the hood. Love the new CGI for the hand. Oh, that was winning right. Oh, that was beautiful. But pulls back the hood, and no dialogue. That annoyed me. But just that meaningful look. Here's your saber.
Which
And
we
him
are going to touch base on.
Yeah. But the meaningful look, he knows shit has gone on. That look on his face is just a lot of shit has gone on. I've got a story to tell. And at that point, I'm like, go on. I'm listening. Credits. You son of a bitch.
There better be a good explanation for this because that's just not acceptable. All right, so let's say he doesn't feel it. Okay, doesn't make a lot of sense to me because he's connected to the Force, which flows through everything.
But
But
there's no way he didn't feel it.
so unless there's something in the next movie that gives you a strong, not a piss poor one line explanation, a strong, detailed explanation why he didn't just go, oh fuck, and go right to there right away. This is a very serious flaw in the story, considering the character. And
there could be a very simple reason. He's not a giant fucking rocket the Millennium Falcon had to fly to. There is an off chance that maybe he just doesn't have a way off. I mean,
how do
I'm
you get
not
there?
saying he doesn't have a way off entirely, but it is very simple for a ship to fly down to the planet. Let's say he found the temple and it was on there. He's like, I got this, thanks, cool.
You think
And
he
then
was dropped
something
off?
happened.
Well, all this happened.
There's all speculation at this point.
Yeah, it is, but just the sole purpose that he abandoned everything. That one little thing is already enough to send off a lot of fans going, "Excuse me, what the fuck?" Then there's the Kylo Ren. I want to get to that. There's a lot of things we need to go through, but
Which we're going to have to do next time.
next time.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be coming back with another video in a few minutes. We're just going to take care of a few things. So in the meantime, bye.